Lovely people, and I apologize for this being slightly later, but neighbor decided it's soft wall hours and he's been going at it for a good while, so I couldn't really get the time to actually stream without a backdrop. For those of you that just tuning in, this will be the third playthrough of Labyrinth of the Demon King, and I'm gonna be honest, I normally name them so that whatchamacallit, I'm gonna start using the Naginata because I feel like that would be. Oh, by the way, here's the thing. So y'all remember last time that we found a thing, right? That said like some package dropped into a stump. Yep, we got a Tanto, which I'm gonna be real, never really used. Not gonna try to. Okay, I have forgotten where we are at, but luckily I remember a fair bit of what I'm supposed to do. So currently, actually, a lot of this game, I'm gonna be real, has a, well, I guess issue of many puzzles coming across as far more difficult than they actually are. And this stage is no different. I say this as I am almost certain to end up just getting confused. So we've just found the wait, did I put it in? Because I feel like I haven't. Other. No, we have the brown gem wheel, which is a pretty funny choice of words. You know, considering the fact that we're essentially leveling. Well, this should be water, but you know, it's supposedly filthy water. I actually don't think this is the brown one. Anyway, I want to go off a bit on one thing. I've seen it before. It's nothing like particularly new to me, but it's just one of those things that just it always pisses me off. So, a contentious topic in modern gender politics discourse is the concept of trans women in women's sports. And that's a subject that kind of like immediately goes off. Like it just immediately gets. Oh shit! Wait, did I get? Oh, what is the other guy behind me? Hold on, I need some mushroom, and let's clean. So that's whatchamacallit, one of those things that you just like immediately shut down pretty much on the very simple basis that participating in any sort of like high level athletic or high level competitions period actually is a privilege and not a right. Therefore, it is not covered under gender. Yeah, I think we can call it gender equality. It's just that simple. However, one thing that I really fucking hate is poor, like, low-hanging fruit style bait arguments that rely on like poisoning the well, and they're just like basically stacking all these fucking what's the word for it? The oratory? Yeah, let's go by oratory debuffs. And that's where this thing that annoys me that's annoyed me today falls into. Namely, point of arguing for this, because like I can take many approaches that people have as being like, well-meaning but ill-informed. Except for this one. Namely, I'm going to go back home. Um, the argument that, oh, why do you seem to suddenly care about women's sports? You probably didn't care about women's sports before this. Because this shit is so fucking, like, it tries to be so sneaky. But everyone catches on that it's a dishonest argument. It's just that, people, and even I might fail to actually elaborate fully on, like, why it's so fucking wank. But I'll try regardless, because I am stupid. So for one, it's poison either way, just straight up. Because it doesn't say it outright, but it pretty much launches or like seeds the implication that the person is transphobic. Like, oh, now that trans people are involved, you care about this. For one. For another, it is a position that just doesn't make sense if you think about it. Like, who precisely are you to decide what I'm allowed to be interested in and invested into enough to, like, actually get involved and whatnot? Like, I don't care, to be honest, that much about my neighbors' like day-to-day lives. Like, I mean, shit, okay, they like want to talk to me about some bullshit or other. Like, fuck, I understand the feeling, man. Go off. But I like don't care enough to like learn about it personally. But hell, if they want to talk about it, furthermore, and more importantly, if I were to see them, say, be victimized in an unfair way, such as, being attacked by others and being endangered, again, I would immediately, like, try to get involved, like, try to, defend them, even though, as established, I realistically don't really care all that much, because, they're just other folks. Like, I don't dislike them, I just, have a mindset of keeping to myself. And it's an old scroll containing a description of one of the 8 hells. Those who have committed the 5 crimes, denied the law of karma, made light of the Mahayana doctrine, committed the 4 cardinal sins of, or received alms without making any returns, are doomed to this hell. The torments in this hell are so severe and evil, I cannot write them down. This, I feel like, could be very useful for some dipshit like myself to whoop and close the door. Like, understand and learn me some stuff about, like, Japanese culture. However, counterpoint, I might not be showing it, because I tend to be a pretty deadpan guy, but I'm actually pretty freaked. Like, especially all this breathing and all this noise, just, Yeah. Alright, problem avoided. Now the problem is, where's the okay, no, I remember what I have to do. I'm just not too happy about it. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, the fact that he's just standing there, like, he reminds me of, I know I just mentioned being scared, but the way he stood there reminds me of Majima in, whatchamacallit, in the Yakuza movie. Because there's a scene, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck. Oh, I hate this. I hate this oh shit. This motherfucker so much. Anyways. Where was I? So, I am allowed to, like, decide my level of investment in any given thing. And that includes, if I see someone, being treated unjustly, I can speak up that I, am, like, seeing that this is unjust. Because it is. And I think that, like, far more importantly, this is a platform to lead up into a far more important discussion that actually would, like, genuinely help sports, competitive sports, which is steroid use in general. Male puberty, compared to, like, women, compared to, female puberty, is essentially like the equivalent of a normal man versus a man on steroids. Problem is, the rules for punishment of caught steroid abuse are very lax. Like, it's genuinely beneficial for someone to like do steroids because yes, sure, you get caught and suspended for like what, 2 years is the max, you know. But then you like pick back up. You know, you can still keep working out during those 2 years, and now you also live with. Oh, cool! This is the light armor, and I'm going to actually wear it for this playthrough. I did my playthrough with Hero's armor. There we go. Let's see how that works. Kaito, you need this wheel repaired urgently. Himari broke it down while cleaning one of the green pools, which is annoying on its own, but it was the Naraka wheel. Without it, we can't drain our lord's private pool. If you can fix it before he needs the pool, we'll be alright, but if not... ... So yeah, as I was saying, wait, did I kill something? Just didn't get to spawn? That's neat. I'm always happy when that happens. I like killing things before they spawn. Oh shit, no. There we go. Wait, not this single. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, there we go. What was I getting at? Right. So you can just, you know, go on steroids and, you know, reap the benefits of that, and then, oop, I got caught. Oh well, fair's fair. I guess I'll have a 2-year suspension. Ha ha ha. But look, the thing is, steroids are a permanent off. Like, once you have steroids, they will, even if not like to the same degree as when you are on cycle, having steroids does give you some pretty significant advantages. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna begin using kicks a lot more. Okay, I need to see into there. Okay, I need to use the yellow pools because I don't think it's either the yellows or the greens. But as I was going on about, so you still have a permanent and like unfair and unearned advantage, you know. And the same thing is true if you've gone through male puberty, whereas your opponent has not. And honestly, that's just kind of it, you know. Primarily it's the whole attitude of like, you know, oh well, now you care about it. Like, I just can't stand when people nestle an ad hominem within a you know, like, presented, like, I don't even understand how the fuck that shit seems acceptable to some people as like a rhetoric approach. It's just kind of it. Okay, I wonder if no, not quite. And again, the thing is, right? Participating in like physical competitions is one of those things that is pretty explicitly a privilege. Oh shit! Bug. What am I? I was scratching my nose. You asshole bug. How many? Oh shit, one more. Okay. Well, time to make it count. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is the one we used to come in here. So I need to use the green ones. Gotcha. Going back to stock up. So yeah, that's just kind of honestly it. I can't just. That being said, I think that is enough negativity. Just give me a few seconds to reset and think about, because I've been enjoying a lot of shit recently. Because but like here's the problem that I encounter, right? I talk a lot about like what's currently on my mind, and I tend to have like this very stupid perspective of things where like if something upsets me then it's a problem, and if it's a problem then it needs to be fixed, and if it needs to be fixed, and I'm just going to poke and prod at it in my brain until like I figure out something out, which works well unless it's something that like it's not fixable in a way that I can't just like get to the conclusion of, you know, when like it's obvious from the get-go that it's unfixable, something that is, you know, like common sense. Like, for example, people using shitty rhetoric when debating. Because genuinely, I think a few things upset me more than disingenuous arguing. Sorry. No. I'm not gonna go. I've said. Here's the thing, right? I don't want to just talk, you know, on stream. Don't want to come here and just bitch. Furthermore, negative things, as presented, capture my attention. Therefore, if I want to be focused on like actually saying interesting shit and, you know, not being just, oh guys, this thing just upset me, I can't allow myself to like go back to focus on this. Plus, actually thinking about it, I like fucking suck at mindfulness, right? Like it's a very important thing, especially for weight loss. But I'm very bad at it. Like I just get lost in my emotions in a way that like is just not really useful at all. And all right, there we go. And now we combine these, and I forgot which one it. Oh, it's the black one. King jump scare. Oh shit! Get out. I was thinking something, but then I got distracted. I'm gonna start talking about like pointless guff until I like get myself into a good mood. But yeah, actually one thing before this, like I said, so mindfulness is in general a very useful tool to learn, and it's one of those things that I'm just like not good at yet. So it's a good way to practice it, you know, trying to catch myself saying shit. It might also help that currently on like I'm currently medicated. Not medicated. That's not the proper term because I think it might create the wrong idea. I've taken my Concerta for today, which is chlorhydrate methylphenidate. I'm not precisely sure if that's the quote-unquote right way to say it in English, but wait, does the thing behind this make a sound every time I like swap the waters, or is that just the water? Because that could be a cool little detail. Anyways, so it could be that, and I'm also, you know, for the first time in a pretty long while, actually well rested on stream and not just half like groggy. So what was I wanting to say? So speaking of good things, I've made pancakes today. Adam Ragusa has a... Actually, I'm not sure, because I think he calls himself Adam Ragusa. But I've had this like, posh Italian guy who was criticizing his videos calling him Ragusa. And that just kind of sounds better in my mind. Though, admittedly, you know, kind of a dick move to... I'm gonna go home. Bye-bye. I love that the hand sign used for that is like waving them goodbye. Wait a second. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Because I just realized something. I've got at least the armor that I want, so let's upgrade that. Can you improve my equipment? Armor. Not you, not you. There we go. There we go. I wanted the achievement. Alright, tea ceremony. So I've used... I'm gonna say Ragusia, because that's what he calls himself. I've used Adam Ragusia's fluffy pancake recipe. Turned out pretty well, though. I think the problem was that I botched, like, I made it way too thick. Because I used, like, the full 300 grams with, like, what was it? 200? 400 milligrams of buttermilk, and it ended up pretty solid, which I think kind of part of the cause why it just wouldn't make itself. It just wouldn't get like cooked thoroughly before it might get burned. So I keep struggling with that shit. Because, you know, but the thing is, right, here's an important, how the fuck did I miss that? Here's an important piece of advice that actually I got from one of Adam's videos. Cooking is not, like, okay, actually it's not, I'm gonna be paraphrasing more than actually quoting him, but basically his point is that, was that cooking is something that you do for yourself first and foremost, and the people whom, you know, you live with. Where is it? There we go. When you, like, a lot of people tend to start cooking with this idea of, like, you know, making it, like, perfect. And that's very bad for, actually, like, getting, you know, starting cooking. Is it seriously running away? Wait, when the fuck did I get poisoned? Oh, fuck off. You know what? I don't need this bullshit. Okay, I think... Why do I have 2 Naginatas? I think that would be, like, an improved one? Regardless, Hold on just 1 second. I get annoyed, and I keep thinking back to other things that annoy me, and I'm sorry. But I am going to keep to myself. What was I saying? Right. So, I also, like, understand where the whole, like, pancake flipping thing comes from, because I very much doubt that, like, here's the thing, right? Here in Eastern Europe, what are called, for some reason, which I don't really understand now that I think about it, because, like, it's pancakes, right? And here, for example, in Romania, we call them clătite. But, like, those are crepes. Like, where precisely does the overlapping come into? Because I'm pretty sure that's the official, what you call it, translation of the word. But, like, for no actual reason, as far as I can tell. So we just have pancakes, apparently. Okay, can't block that. Good to know. I'm so glad I can outrun most enemies. Oh, shit. Wait, no, the wrong... Oh, god damn it, I reset the enemies. Go away. Now, this is a personal preference of mine, but, and I'm not sure how well it will work in this game, but I really think we could have at least some, setups of, like, enemies that are actually just, the word I'm looking for. Rain, you're embarrassing. Oh! Hello there. Gosh. Muddy axe. Damn, they really derailed my train of thought. Alright, so one thing that I really enjoy in horror games is like being allowed to, after killing everything, just kind of wander around and soak in the just soundscape, you know? And it just kind of like breeds a different type of fear. And I just think that'd be pretty cool. That's all. I wish that could be an occasional option. Okay, so I am forgetting where I'm supposed to go right now precisely, because I am not fully certain that where I know I will be going next is the right choice, but you know, as it is said, fuck it, we bowl. I should upgrade a weapon, but like I've said, I'm gonna be holding out for the kanabo because I want to be. I really don't understand, to be honest, why in a lot of games, especially Souls-like styles of games, you have the like light, nimble guy flipping and dipping and sucking and fucking with a like weapon that barely takes anything from his stamina pool, right? But then you have the like big burly character with like, you know, adequate at best stamina and a lot of health and a lot of armor, using like the big heavy weapon. Cause like here's the thing, right? If I'm bulky, that allows me to like be in the enemy's face like a lot. You know, I can take a lot of the hits that they can dish back, and I can commit right back in. Furthermore, if I'm heavy, I actually whatchamacallit, is he gonna die? Well, not sure if that was my fault or not, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, let's just offer incense, actually, because I forgot to do that. There we go, 50-50. Something was making angry sounds here. But I'm not gonna sit around and figure out what it is. Come on, brain, I believe in you. The fuck? The fuck is going on? Why? 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 The fuck happened? Hello? And this is where I will involve my right to save scum, because what the fuck was that? I'm genuinely convinced the game glitched the fuck out. Alright. Just keep moving, just keep moving. As I was saying, so when you're heavy and you can actually spend time in the enemy's threat area, which means that you can actually land the good few hits that you need. Why the fuck do I move slowly sometimes? This game is beginning to get on my nerves. So as I was saying, you can afford to get in the few hits that you mean to when fighting, an enemy with smaller but faster weapons, because those mean that they're made to commit longer. Whereas with a heavy weapon, you just go in, hit once or twice, and then get out. And since they usually take a lot more of your stamina, I feel like it just kind of makes sense that those should be that should be the purpose of those weapons. We're sliding down the drain. Okay, let's try this again. Can I go up here? Yes. I think I got this. Oh, wow, that's rough. Holy. Wow, that was... Ooh, that was a bit of a rough bug. This game's patch amazing. I forgot how to English. Is... Alright. Oh no. I did not believe that this would be this tower's keeper. Oof, that's Ooh, the cannonball, let's go. Alright. Wait, did I unlock it now? No, I went the wrong way. Why, thank you, game. Did I get the red wheel? What the fuck is this music? This is putting me on edge. Okay, I think I've seen actually all the red pools. So I'm gonna go and get my cannonball upgraded. Where are you? Cannonball. Oh wait, is that it? Only +2? Wow, I'm doing poor with Shirikodama, but I'm just gonna buy them from Miss Kitty. Wait, do I not have? Oh, there it is. Oh dear. That's a bit expensive. Oh well, such is life. Okay, so one thing I need to do before I move on is... Actually, I don't think I'm gonna need to do it. Okay, let's see. Huh, interesting. I kind of expected it to have at least some form of guard break, like intrinsically. But oh well, knockback is good too. We stand a good knockback in the house, in this house. Alright. I just realized that, like, this part is actually a bit of a, like, opening up of the game, because you can do the bathhouse or the, or this tower in either order. Reanimated bones that stalk the earth, seeking to end all those clothed in flesh. Ah, I love that phrasing. I loved it the first time I read it. I still love it. There is a rather large amount of them congregated in this place, most likely victims of the previous owner. With no flesh to cut or organs to pierce, the only weapons that would be use of them are heavy and blunt, capable of crushing their bones or breaking the magics that hold them together. The sound of their bows rattling in the darkness will haunt me forever in this life and the next. There is no reason to encounter one. My only advice: to get away from them as soon as possible, lest you become one of them. Hi, Padoru. I apologize. It was what the people asked for. Ow. I am beginning to feel very disappointed about this weapon. I had far greater expectations. But yeah. The vote was in for Labyrinth of the Demon King, and it said... Sorry, the vote was in for the poll, and it said Labyrinth of the Demon King. So I have no choice but to oblige. That being said, though, for what it's worth, I promise that after I'm done with this game, I will be streaming for the rest of the week Vintage Story on the daily. Might not have time for like full-length streams, but let's squash some bugs. I have been what? But yeah, I do promise that I'll be streaming Vintage Story after I'm done with this game for every day of the week. Alright, that's an image. Oh shit. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Why are you suddenly difficult to beat? You weren't this hard last time. Hold on. Just move and swing, boy. Move and swing. Yeah, that's more like it. See? Now it can't hit me. Ah! Oh no, my hubris! God fucking damn it, I'm fine. It's just my jug of water, like the handle on it broke. Alrighty. The fucking. Alright. Apologies about that. Well, sad to say, but if it looks anything like that, then you might find it concerning, because it might end up starting to hit on you.
Thank you for the assist, friend. That thing caught me unaware. Normally I could best one without much effort, but the Demon King's magic muddies my focus. I am a priest here to heal the blight that plagues the realm, but... I can't remember what I was going to say.
Man, same.
The Demon King can best me in fair combat, so instead he uses his magic to befuddle me and keep me lost. Never mind, you seem a capable sort. I think with my guidance our quest shall be successful. Oh, right. As thanks for my rescue, here, take a couple talismans. Hopefully they should aid you as you travel through this labyrinth.
That treasure, that creature, was it this tower's ward?
The Tsukigumo! Ha 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 ha! No, those things are just pests commonly found throughout the land these days. This one found its way here some time ago and has been corrupted by the Demon King's magic. No, the warden of this tower is the jailer. Once he was a cruel man and the keeper of this prison. Now he's been twisted into an awful creature that barely resembles the pitiful thing he once was. Ooh, that's such a good bit of writing. Like, yeah, he was awful before, but now he's somehow worse. You may see him roaming these halls. Some memory of his previous life still lingers in his head and he's searching for something. He's a little difficult to track down. He had many strange rituals used to torment those he was charged with watching over. Maybe you could lure him with one of them. I can no longer remember the specifics, but information about them must lie somewhere in this prison. Well, anyway, for now I shall return to the tea house and try to clear my mind. If you wish, you may find me there. Stay safe, friend.
Yeah, no, we really stand spiders in this house, just not that specific one. The Tsukigumo is a creature from from Japanese folklore, naturally, that is kind of famous. That's not the right way to put it, but the myth it originates from was where a man was like attracted by its human-looking part, and a woodsman rather, and they like quote unquote loved each other. And I think he just kind of disappeared. It was like slightly more wooden block. There's some text scratched into the surface of this block. It says, when the four bells toll, the warden begins his act. One below where the rabble eat, one to the west where the women sleep, one in the east where the men are kept, and one up above where the actors wait.
Dog?
Oh, right, the clip. Yeah. Yeah, she's a lovely old girl. However, she is also such a pain in the ass sometime. I really love her. But yeah. So my early onset dementia might be flaring up. I'm kidding, but I'm genuinely struggling to remember where the fuck I was supposed to go. This is a shortcut. Where does it lead me? Okay. And I'm assuming this is gonna be right. Yep. I keep psyching myself out that I actually saw something. Oh, never. Okay, not this. That, like, there's this game with a really interesting vibe. It's a horror game by the name of No One Leaves Under the Lighthouse. And one of the things that, like, you find pretty early on is like, if you do go, like, under the titular lighthouse, underneath you see a silhouette, like, almost just outside the reach of your lantern. Within, because I'm going to just straight up recommend it, I'm not going to spoil what it actually is. Uh, I really hope I don't accidentally get you killed, because while I tend to not be too loud about getting startled, I do get startled a good few times while playing this game. These vengeful spirits are unpleasant but expected in a place with a history like this tower. One of the most dangerous types of ghost, they are the souls of the dead wronged in life. They're capable of causing harm to the mortal world and even killing humans. Once killed in non myodo, may be able to banish them with magic, but if that's not you, then it's best to just leave them alone. Yeah, and first thing I tried when I saw these was, obviously violence. Well, the simple thing is, they're kind of already dead, and unlike other dead things in this game, these can be killed. So you can use, like, Banish Spirit, which actually does kill them, but they will respawn. Which in turn makes it so that, why the fuck can I not enter in this? This keep calling me fat. Hold on, I can actually, might be able to reach through here. Because there are some, like, yep. Jite. Wait, can I not open this? I was pretty confident that you could. Was there a switch near the end? Or what the fuck is going on? Purifying incense. What the fuck is going on, game? Did I get it the same way last time? By the way, some of my fondest memories are actually from way back when. I don't remember why, but I would be like not playing on my PC, but on my TV with my PS2. I was probably playing either Shadow Hearts or, oh god, I love this fucking room. It's just, there's no real gimmick to it. Even these guys, like, they're barely a threat, right? It's just huge and unnatural looking. It's fucking amazing. I love it. But anyway, so I'd be sitting on my whatchamacallit, on my bed, playing on my PS2. Oh right, I think I was sick. Like, if I am, like, particularly sick, because I have, when I get sick with the seasonal flu or whatever it's called, like, it's either a common cold or like a flu. Is there the same thing? I always get confused with the, like, names in English, but regardless which one it is, when I do, I constantly, like, your head. Got the body down. Take the rope from its neck. Okay, that's what we were here for. So, whenever I get the flu, right, it's either, I'm kind of cold and, it'll take me a somewhat of a time to get better, but in general, like, oh shit, it's you too. Fuck off. But when I catch something like the flu, like that shit fucking cripples me. Like straight up, my muscles just ache so bad that I've had, like when I was younger, when I'd catch the flu, I'd just sit under my bed sheets, shivering in pain. I have a very bad case of the man flu, which if I need to, like, in case you're not, it's not too clear what I'm talking about. The man flu refers to how men, when we are sick, like we have a like significantly worse time than women, and part of that is because of just how our bodies behave with. Okay, I'm gonna need to bandage up. Rats. Rats. Where are the rats? Okay, so I was saying, fuck off. But brain, please. Sorry, I was focused on not getting killed here. Wait, what the fuck is that sword? Where the fuck do I get the key for it? The Buddha statue. Of fucking course. You know what? I'm just gonna write this out, because I think. Oh no, wait! I need to go down and grab a thing. Anyways, so when when I was sick, like last time I've been ill, or rather one time when I was sick, I should say, I would sit on my bed, put something on YouTube, and I'd just be playing on my PS2. And it was a fun time, I guess. Fun as the time can be when you're sick. There we go. So yeah. Luckily though... Oh wait, no, I need to combine these. Luckily though, this might have come with a, at least some form of a benefit, which is in the form, some form of benefit, which seems to be that my body just like ran through, why did it not tell me what I got? Oh wait, I think, oh hold on. Okay. Let's go back up. I'm not entirely sure where I need to use this, but I'm pretty confident that I can open up a, the door behind, like, which that one sword lay. Feel like, yep, I was right. The blood letter. Alright. You know what? Time to head back home. I can also upgrade my big stick. And I'm gonna show something. Hey, buddy! Let's see. So, we want the cannibal improved. There we go. Can you fix my broken sword? Yes. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's all it says. Okay. Feel kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. Alright. Time to spill the tea. Alright, I think because of how... I'm thinking, like, kind of planning out the... I'm kind of planning out, like, the rest of the playthrough because I, Brain, work with me. What the fuck are you doing? We're pretty close to the end, far as I'm concerned. Because, like, all that I need now, you know, most of this game, right? Which is why I've urged people to watch it, like, watch this stream only as what is basically the final alternative to like not playing the game at all, right? But we're reasonably close to the end, which is a far cry from my experience first playing through the game. So yeah, the game, if you know precisely where you're going, doesn't have that much to do and isn't really that scary, I'd say. However, I'll be showing something now which I am not... Like, I did not know first time I played through. Because I didn't even notice that I picked up a lacquered, like the Buddha statue, right? From the room with the, like, 3 rats. So we're going to be using it, and it is going to be particularly useful as now... Ooh, that was sexy. Ah, their heads popped. So now, the Nuribotoke should stop spawning. I'm not sure if it also despawned the one that had spawned here. By the look of things, it did. But yeah, now we don't have the big fucker to worry about all the fucking time. Lastly, I think I'm gonna go because, like, it mentions that we need to find some for, what's it called? Brain, come on. We need to find a specific hammer to, like, knock on some 4 bells. And I'm not going to wait. I'm actually gonna go this way. Didn't really take the right turn, but oh well. You might notice that there's still some, at least some, like, some white, the white pools that I have not yet checked and looted. Oh dear. I hate little crawly aggressive things. I'm genuinely convinced that the fucking Shiver is just going to haunt me, like, for the rest of my life. And I haven't even left that I'd still need to go and whatchamacallit, pick up a... What is that sound? Where weird that it said that it's locked, because, like, you never really get to open these. And not, I wouldn't even call it courtesy, I just call it like tradition at this point, has established that jammed locks will never open, locked locks will. Though it is a bit of a weird departure from tradition. Now, I don't remember precisely. You know what? I don't want to fuck with skeletons, so I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna go check up to the, like, very top of the staircase. Because I think that's where I'll find the hammer. I don't remember, and I hate the fact that I don't remember. But yeah. I think this is where I got the rope, right? Oh dear. You, please. Back away, sir. Back away. Well, that's all the potential threat of the ghost, like, out the fucking window. Hell of Great Lamentation. It's an old scroll containing a description of one of the 8 great hells. Here we find murderers, thieves, adulterers, drunkards, and those who use evil language. The sinners' mouths and tongues are nailed together with hot iron nails. Their eyes are pulled out and their bodies slashed with great knives. Knives so sharp they can cut iron and stone. Evil beasts such as wolves, lions, and rats gnaw their feet, while crows and eagles speak at their eyes and tongues. Every day the sinners find that their bodies have been healed, only for the tortures to begin again. That's absolutely lovely. Go away, please. Go away, please. Go away, please. Thank you. Am I... Oh, yep, I think we got it. Yep. Oh. Go away, please. Alright, we've got it. You know what? Now that I have the hammer, go away, please. I am going to just beat up this other boss as well. You know what? Fellas, I'm feeling it. So, oh no! Oh, god damn it. I realized I'd messed up. Oh well. So, fellas, I think I'm just going to finish the game today. And that's it. That's just it. We are going to beat the big bad evil guy. Now here's the thing. There's a strange image we are fed of the Demon King, with how, like, everyone who talks about him seems to demean, aside from, like, the one clearly, like, particularly vulnerable priestess lady girl character. Aside from him, everyone seems to kind of, like, I don't know, he seems to not be presented, he doesn't seem to be that big of a threat. He seems kind of like, everyone sees him as kind of a big nerd. And I'm not too sure about that decision. I have to be frank with y'all, to keep it 100. Because, like, this is a horror game, and he's supposed to be the final antagonist sitting at the, like, you know, figurative top of the prison. the fact that the game seems to be treating him like a lot of the characters that would reasonably be afraid of him seem to be treating him as some kind of like huge nerd, more like an annoyance than anything else. I don't know how to feel about that, you know? Because it's like, am I supposed to be scared at this point? Like, yeah, the ambience is like very creepy, very spooky. I much appreciate that. There's like a lot of frightening imagery. There's a lot of like terrifying implications. But what matters a lot in every game is the present. And the present here is just that like both the Kappa and the Necromata seem to be seeing it as mostly like kind of an annoyance. Like someone who, ugh, could you get your bullshit over with? So I can't really take him seriously, you know? Holy fucking shit, I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at. And I was so, like, genuinely one of the first times I felt a level of dread playing this game. Because I was looking at it, and to my mole-ass sight, I thought it was a fucking, like something with a big, like one of those disc hats. Ow. So I was like very anxious because, you know, this is not an enemy that I've faced before. But no, it turns out that it was just a bugged out bug. And this is one of the most annoying parts of the game. I like the fact that like the way you input combos kind of lets you hang out your attack. You know, you don't really need to give up. Yep, there he is. Like it's again, this game's combat is really good for what it is, which makes it a above average combat system. And I really appreciate that. And I think that the game is doing it a bit of a disservice by the context of the game and the enemies you are facing. By the way, the hammer you acquire for the bells is also the hammer that you need. Sorry, it's also a actual weapon. Okay, that's ass. That's actual fucking wank. All right. Alright, do I have my matcha back? No, I need to do the ritual. God damn it. I guess that what disappoints me the most, and the reason why I keep harping on about the characters, you know, like the innkeeper lady, like when you start out the game, or rather when I started, because I can only speak from my experience, I had this feeling that I was like stepping into a world that I truly did not understand, right? Like the fucking Nekomata that seems to drink blood from stuff with a proboscis, which is what it looked like to me last I played. Um, or the like, you know, the Kappa, who would take basically like human souls in exchange for just smithing, like all that stuff. It looked and felt so alien, right? But it's especially those two that like chafe with me, because fundamentally what they are is just the stereotypical like Asian whatchamacallit, what's the word I'm looking for? Hospitality, there we go, that's the word. The stereotypical Asian hospitality couple. Which, again, like, you know, it's a trope, and tropes are tools. But, like, I feel like in this game it's a disservice to the atmosphere that, you know, because I felt, like, really uprooted. And I already had, like, for example, you know, like, the simple fact is that I'm disappointed because I had like way higher expectations of this game than it, you know, maybe even promised. So I'm not gonna like, I can't. So I'm complaining about the fact that they were not met. However, this is me like going, this game could have been like actually Legend fucking Dairy. 5 have been sent to this province, and none have returned. Now I understand why. The shogunate are right to be concerned. The keeper of this castle has gone mad. He has imprisoned countless people in the basement of his tower, where there must be over 100 civilians, captured and kept for some unknown purpose. There are rumors the ruler here lays with a demon. I can't confirm if those are true, but one of the boys he keeps in his court is very odd. I've often seen him wandering the castle halls, muttering incantations to himself. He has a strange fascination for this place, and it almost seems like he dreams of making it his own. I'm certain I will die here. Everything but my helmet has been stripped from me. One of the guards has taken pity on me and slipped me this notebook, but he can't help any further. If anyone finds this, please bring back my nose to the Edo and report to the shogun. This foul fortress must be destroyed. Again, we have the like presence of a young male boyfriend, basically, to a man, like that's something that just keeps coming back up, and like it's one of those things, right, where I'm struggling to figure out, am I reading too much into it, or is this like actually a recurring motif that you are supposed to read into? I need to go up to the second, to the like back to the what's it called? There it is. Because I know that I'll enter it through here somewhere. But yeah, so there's like this recurring motif, right, of like a strange-ish boy that just seems to have turned up to a emperor's castle, or you know, to a noble's house that the noble is like particularly fond of, which it was something that was practiced back then. Like, is no two ways about it. It's just, I don't know, like, am I reading too much into it? This feels like it's genuinely setting up for something, you know. And what is this? Oh, Hell of Lamentation. Some in this hell find themselves afflicted with the 404 diseases and are devoured by worms who burrow into them, eating their flesh, skin, and marrow. Others are forced to walk through fire 1,200 feet deep until they are consumed head to foot. and some are roasted in hot pans, then beaten with hot iron rods before the wardens pry open their mouths with iron tongs to pour molten copper and burn their insides. Murder, thieves, drunkards, adulterers, those who sold sake diluted with water, and those who have forced women to drink sake before violating them awaken here. That's, I guess, surprisingly progressive. I have to wonder how much of this is like actual mythology, because it's, again, very interesting. I don't know. I'm like, I keep kind of feeling that I'm reading too much into this, but I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's a puzzle in front of me, right, with this game, and to be completely honest, realistically, I think I could like sit down and start like actually taking notes, and there's good chance that I would like be able to put something together, because as it is, like, I feel like there's a lot of disparate pieces that just don't. I didn't fucking see you there. You know? So yeah, I'm genuinely very confused, but like in that way where you're like racking your brain over because just like you almost got it, you know, you feel like you've almost got it. Now's the last one. Yes. Goodbye. All right, time to pray at the shrine. And head down to face our doom. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Not wearing the heavy armor, and I am not, like, you know, I was pretty low on health. So better that. Wait, that miss? And that is third out of 3. See what I said? Like, I didn't even want to engage with Miss Mommy in melee because her attacks were like genuinely difficult to dodge. But with this guy, I just steamrolled over him. Alright. We are headed for the ending. Seeing that steaming water reminds me of the fact that, cause like yesterday, for some reason, I felt like fucking shit, and my stomach felt like it was trying to just escape from me. Oh right, I need to mix. And you know, because of that, for dinner, I went and just made something that would be highly inoffensive. So I just went and like had 4 hard-boiled eggs with some toasted rye bread, and for like a drink, I just decided to have some nice tea. Problem is, your boy is fucking stupid, and I made the tea, I let it steep, and then I decided to straight have a drink of it. So now, currently, my tongue is burnt, and my feeling of taste is, well, diminished, to put it politely to myself. Conclusion being, yeah, boy is fucking stupid. Okay, I think it's here to the left. Like, we've finished here. To the right, to the left, to the up, to the down. I generally feel like the biggest problem in this game's like feel is it's acquiring. Okay, let's see what's it read. A pedestal with 4 circular indentations smells a little of charcoal. There is an inscription carved on the front of the pedestal that says, "Shed yourself from your burdens, and enlightenment shall follow." Okay, so let's see. 3 arrows sketched in blue. Shows to the right, so I think that's where it goes. Let's see the other ones. A shrine painted in yellow. Wait, does it matter where I put them? Let's just put them in whichever order and see if that works. Cause last I played. Oh wow, it doesn't matter. Oh. Either that or I managed to get it right for 2 turns in a row. Oh right. So even if I restore the Butsudan, it seems like the Noribotoke gets actually summoned for this chase. I like this part because normally I'm not a fan of just like hold forward and run. But again, first time I played through it, which by the way, if you're here at this point, just come the fuck on, man. I had a moment of like, you know, it's the funny like what's it called? Kabukicho, I think. I'm not sure if this is Kabuki theater, but you know, it's like the Kabuki theater thing. You know, and it starts kind of funny. It's like, haha, it's the yo and the stuff. And then the chanting starts, and I realize that I'm also being chased by the Noribotoke. And like the chanting just keeps getting more and more intense, as you can hear, and keeps escalating and escalating. And I'm genuinely like scared because I don't know if the Noribotoke can one hit kill me, and you know, I like fully immerse myself in the experience, and it's just like so fucking perfect, you know. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this bit for like you know, the scary like tense chase scene that it's supposed to be, because at some point, like, you know, I didn't realize up until now, you know, up until the thing was getting like so tense, I didn't realize that I was being chased, right? I just kind of assumed that I was gonna be chased, and I started running, and then at some point I like turned around because I was thinking like, you know, is this like supposed to be me running away from something? Is there something chasing me? And then I turn around and I see the fucking Noribotoke coming at me, and it's genuinely kind of tense even now, like even though I know what's going on, because it just seemingly keeps going and going and going and going, and you have time to like start wondering like, is there some puzzle to this? Do I need to like figure something out to do? Am I running out of time? This is, again, normally not a fan of this. However, in this case, yes, I am, and I very much appreciate it. Because I'm just fucking terrified. That's kind of it. Then you get here, you breathe a sigh of relief, and you pick up all that you might need. And now we read this, the hell of repetition. Hell for those who have destroyed life in any form. The sinners here are full of rage and hatred. They seek each other out and tear each other apart using tooth and nail, pulling out eyes. Again, eyes being pulled out seems to be a recurring motif in this game. And ripping flesh until bone is exposed. Afterwards, the wardens of this hell come and use great iron rods to beat the sinners until they are nothing but piles of broken bones and mangled flesh. It almost reminds you of a few of the enemies in here. Thereafter, a chilling wind will blow through the realm while a voice from the sky cries out, "Revive! Revive!" And what is the chant that we see on the death screen? That's right, revive, revive. And the sinners will be restored to their former shape to begin the torture again. The question is, though, how precisely does this fit? Like, it's pretty clear that we are in, like, at this point, right, it's pretty clear that we're in some form of purgatory. How does that work precisely? I forgot to do the offering. I'm gonna run away. No, just kidding, just do the offering. I've definitely explored far less this time around. But such is life. And here, we have reached the titular Demon King. Yep. And again, if this game has like a particularly deep grasp of the Japanese culture and mythology, the fact that it has a Hanya mask might be like significant. But personally, I just find the design kind of underwhelming.
Oh, you made it here. It's been a long time since anyone has. There was once a time the immortal would step where you are now, but now, well, you'll never find your way here. Not in this age, anyway.
This is again like, I feel like this is significant, and I feel like someone who actually is like familiar with Japanese history and mythology could like really pick up on some obvious cues, but I am not that person. I have a very surface level knowledge of the subject.
Now you stand before me. What will you do, little pup? You still carry the blade, the other half still embedded in your master. Do you hope to cut me down with it a second time?
A second time? Well, that's another interesting thing. I didn't pay attention to this the first time around, or I didn't really parse it as such.
Wish to submit, offer your body to mine. No, you see violence. I see it in your eyes. Well, I think I've spoken enough. Let us begin.
I cast gun. Oh yeah? Prepare to meet God. Hold on, do I need to reach? Oh yeah, I do. Wow, this. Not even the Demon King can defeat the power of projectile weaponry, apparently. Oh shit, I'm out of arrows already? Well, fuck. Luckily. Where is it? No, no, no. There we go. So like its head falls off, and like it looks like it's being held up by something like a sock puppet. Then it's like a fang below it. I keep feeling like there is a sort of secret ending to this game, right? Because now we're here, we can't pick up any weapons. We don't really have. Do we have? Yeah, we do. So we can, like, I can pull up the torch. Can't do anything but like head out this way. And here's another shrine, like the one we saw when we entered here. We are exiting a cave, often a, you know, metaphor for like leaving the underworld. With my like poultry knowledge, I'm kind of thinking of the myth of Izanami, I think. She was locked inside a cave. We are found once again amidst the fog. Like, okay, so this entire game's story, like, you know, now we get the credits. Like, this is my second playthrough of it, right? And like, I caught up a lot more details than I did last time. So I feel like there is something there. But there's also the part of me that kind of goes like, no dude, you're way overthinking this. So I'm genuinely not certain, like, what the fuck has actually happened here. And what it implies, like, especially this is bringing to mind like Lunastic's ending, which is like waking up from a dream sort of thing, you know. So yeah, I'm just genuinely confused about this game in a way that I feel like, I don't know, I wish I was smarter or willing to educate myself on the topic of like the okay, and that sound at the end, like that one has to be something deliberate that like implies something, but what precisely does it fucking imply? What even is it? It's a sound. So as you can see, there's like a lot of things that this game has going on for it. It has some very glaring flaws that I think will be fixed. Genuinely, playing this game puts me in the mindset of like the first King's film, right? Like there's a lot there, right? There's genuinely like a ton of like good stuff that I am enjoying. I would enjoy this a lot more if my standards were like 1994 low, you know? But genuinely, that's kind of it. I had great expectations of this game, and it hasn't fully met them, right? But in the ways in which it's met them, it's really handily surpassed them. But in some other ways, I'm kind of feeling like a bit spiffed. So, with all this in mind, I think the developer definitely needs to like give this attempt, basically give the System Shock 2 to this game System Shock, or the Bioshock to its System Shock, but it needs like a sequel, direct or spiritual, that like takes all the things that are already great here, right, and then you know, maybe elevates them, but definitely like picks up the slack in the ways in which it was lacking, which is tone when it comes to the characters, because they were kind of goofy. Like aside from the poor Miho or Miko, I think Miko is the, oh, it's something else. So the Miko like girl who is you know, like genuinely pretty sad, but it also feels like it's that very kind of specific joke of like someone who's painfully unlucky, right? So aside from her, both the blacksmith and the Nekomata, like they too were more at place in a workplace like slice of life style rather than a horror game, and I can only afford it so much leeway with like, you know, the visuals and the atmosphere and how that is. And the priest felt like it was being played as like the fraudulent priest type, you know, the like what's his name, the guy who ends up with Sango in, I think Sango is her name, in Inuyasha, you know, the priest guy. The stereotype of like, you know, there's a priest but he's not like actually that saintly. um and then you have the like evil lord who just kind of didn't go anywhere. I feel like, you know, like he was being built up to like this kind of subversion. I feel like, with everyone calling it like, oh yeah, it's his silly little puzzles. Oh, but that guy again. Oh darn, up to his shenanigans. Like, that's not an evil lord that they're afraid of. You know, it almost feels like the characters didn't know the game they were in, or that the game kind of didn't really know. Maybe I'm just like confused about it, because I can appreciate the irony in the subversion, but then I would appreciate if the subversion went like full on out, right? But when you get to the final boss, he is like, you know, not some like daimyo looking motherfucker that just like reeks of like respect to my name. The boss fight isn't like significantly more difficult. He's more of a mage really, which is interesting, but again, it's like not the full subversion that I would have expected, you know, of like running up to him and he's just a fucking nerd. So it doesn't fully go the way there. And with that combined with like the genuinely creepy atmosphere, I don't know, it feels like there's like a it feels like this game's soul is borrowed from somewhere else. It feels like the core of what this game is supposed to be is not what it ended up being. And I'm miffed about that because it really clips this game's potential, in my opinion. That combined with the actually rather paltry length, that also, like, gameplay wise, you don't really get the time. Like, even on my first playthrough, I felt like it ended pretty abruptly gameplay wise, in that like the power curve didn't quite feel there, you know. The progression is a bit out of whack because basically by the point you get into the courtyard, there's like 2 or 3 points, and then the game's difficulty like completely drops if you have the habit of like you know, gathering your materials so that you only upgrade like one weapon, like I do. Once you like find a weapon that you decide to stick with for the rest of the game, if it's not one of the like bad weapons, because there's basically just kind of like 2 tiers of weapons in this game really. There's the tier 1s, which are the like improv weapons, the ones that are like slightly better than your broken katana, so the rusty katana, the hand axe, and maybe something else that is not coming to mind currently. And then there's like everything else, and everything else should work rather, because I haven't tried everything, but I can see pretty much everything else like working well enough, right? In a way that I just don't find makes much again. So I'm left confused. I enjoyed my experience with it, but fundamentally, this game definitely needs a second attempt. It needs its King's Field 2. And unlike FromSoft, you know, I'm not sure if like there will be the time for this developer to eventually like have his demon soul. In the sense that, you know, the way the market is going, he will more than likely like get a job offer at some cool studio, you know, or maybe he'll keep being indie. Maybe, you know, he will get his Demon Souls in like 5 or 6 years, right? But reminder that Demon Souls was like 14 years. Okay, maybe not that much, but it was like more than a decade later compared to Kingsfield, which again, like shorter, you know, different world, but they FromSoft had a lot of like scuffed games to get out of the way before they could actually hit the nail with a game that was like the balance between a game for autists like Kingsfield, and I say this as someone who genuinely found himself enjoying Kingsfield when I played it, in like this year, versus you know, so
a game for artists, a game that's just like spicy, but also one that is like attractive enough and like actually well made, so that people who don't hyperfixate on like one aspect, which is like traveling down dingy hallways, can enjoy. You know, so there's a balance to be struck, right? And I feel like I said, I feel like this game isn't quite it, which is why I might not sound as positive as one might expect, because I enjoy my time with this game, but once it's over, it really, like, looking back on it both times feels like a I you know, like I feel a bit spiffed with it, and I will recommend it. Again, it's a very unique experience. Even if like you watch the stream, if you end up deciding like, hey, I like this thing, I want it, you should definitely like pick it up and enjoy it for yourself, because there's a few things that I haven't quite gotten to. But it is a 20 euro game, and frankly, Lunacid had a lot more content at 5 euros in early access. I think it's 20 euros these days, or 10 euros, something like that. 13 euros, I don't know. So it's slightly overpriced. But if you walk away with anything regarding this game, it's a tentative recommendation just based on its like unique vibe. And if you are someone who is more able to pick up on the like subtle cues and like insinuations and stuff than I am, then you might get a lot more out of it. But as it is, I might end up going back through my streams just to like start taking actual fucking notes of like who's who and what's what. But the likelihood of me replaying this game, like just the main storyline, unless like some campaign or like some Resident Evil style new game plus unlocks are added, are pretty poor. So yeah, there's a demo out there. You can try it. It ain't cost you nothing. And with that, I wish you all a great rest of the day.